Through the concrete cracks worn weary by work boots and high heels. Through the concrete cracks showered in tears of sorrow, tears of joy. Through the concrete cracks rumbled by reverberations of 100 years, a flower on the hill takes its first breath, and a grand hope springs. Welcome to the Spring Street podcast at the intersection of creation and destruction in the heart of downtown Los Angeles. And now, a word from the sponsors. This podcast is sponsored by Starship Kairos, a podcast studio available for bookings in downtown Los Angeles. Starship Kairos is where my guests and I make this show happen. Soundproofed, cozy, and equipped with professional audio gear, Starship Kairos is an ideal location for any type of podcast. Starship Kairos offers a full suite of services including content consultation, mixing and mastering, and custom jingle writing. For rates and booking, check them out on Instagram at Starship Kairos or click on the link in the description. And now, let's dive in. Yo, Justin.
Yo, what's up, dude?
We're live here on the Spring Street podcast in a combination of downtown Los Angeles, but also Toronto.
Spring Street.
Maybe that should be the intro from now on. I like that. Where in Toronto are you right now, man?
I reside in the west end of Toronto, Parkdale, Little Brockton Village, chill neighborhood.
Nice. And you just released a new record, Onward and Upward.
Yes, sir.
Dude,
yes,
congratulations,
sir.
Man. Tell me about the process of making this record, because it's been a few years since your last release, right?
Yeah. So I've kind of been like doing a few like singles here and there. There's some files on this like album. I don't know, I could be wrong, but they go back to like 2018. Like I think I might have seen like an archaeological fossil from like 2017. Like there was like one thing I might have seen from actual like just so long ago. It's like 5 or 6 years. I've just been working on this. And I think there was something like, maybe it was like the song 1, 2, 3, which is the last song on the album. Don't quote me on this. I don't know, but like it said like 2017 or something, which I think it was like something that didn't quite make Soft Boy.
Yeah.
And then whereas like a lot of times with the albums, there'll be like a slight little like overlap and stuff. So yeah, like I've just been working on this for a long time, and dude, I'm just happy to be hanging out on the podcast, chilling with you. So thanks for having me on,
dude. And, it's a blast, man. I'm glad that we're finally doing this, man. This is historic. This is the first time that I'm doing a virtual podcast.
Yes,
uncharted territory.
Definitely. No, we were just saying earlier, like as we were like setting up, it was kind of like just trying to get everything like working, like the webcam. Like what time is it, dude? Like, yeah, this took us an hour.
What time is it right now? More than an hour. I feel like we've been at the dude. I've
had a full beer at like trying to set this up.
For those listening, it's actually not as easy as Riverside makes it sound. So
no,
beware.
Hey,
beware.
You're on notice. Riverside, dude. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So like, I'm really excited. Like, I guess it just really I mean, the funny thing about me and Sheldon is we were like roommates in university, and we're just brothers pretty much. Not even pretty much. We're brothers.
Dude,
so
cheers to that.
Cheers. Yes. We're having some cervezos.
Just a few.
Yeah, and so like a little backstory, like me and Sheldon lived together I was in third year, you were in second year university?
Yeah.
Or third. Yes.
Yeah, it was my second year at Trinity, your third year And then after when I was at UBC and you were
I
out of
lived
Trinity.
in your fucking house again.
Yeah, man.
I took a break and I was like, can't stay
Under
away.
some pretty wild circumstances too.
Yeah, I broke up with my girlfriend and needed a place to stay desperately. And I was
my
like,
goodness.
Hey, I can make the rent cheap, and we all paid $500, but we all slept in one room like idiots.
And we had a giant bed, like basically one giant bed, because it was 3 beds in a tiny room. I think I had to crawl over your bed to get to my bed.
Yeah,
that was unreal.
Yeah, there was no way to actually.
Those are some special times, man.
Dude, yeah.
But okay, so even back then, though, something that I've always admired about you, and that's really interesting about your perspective and your craft as a musician, as an artist, is that you're very intentional with the way that you craft records, and you spend a lot of time and thought making a record, and you're also always like 2 or 3 records deep in your mind. You're like, I'm working on this project, but I already see like 5-10 years ahead.
And you're exactly right. Currently, like I already have the artwork for the next thing. So.
I'm not surprised. So Onward and Upward. When did this concept actually start to, make noise in some ruminations in your mind? Like, how long had you been thinking about this record for?
Probably like honestly, like it's just at the tail end of Soft Boy. I started thinking about like what I want to call the next thing. I started thinking about what next. Mm-hmm. And I try to like carry on themes. So like the last project had sort of like a white background. It was kind of crisp and like pristine. It had this white, like fresh the visuals like had a like white kind of like background, and like I wanted this one to sort of feel like the full formed like adult version of that. So Soft Boy is a weird one because I don't know, it was like 7 or 8 songs. Like to me, it's an album. I think I uploaded it technically as an album. It was very conceptual. Soft Boy, technically, like it'd be cool to like even just like take a second to talk about Soft Boy because I haven't even.
Absolutely, I love Soft Boy. So
like Soft Boy is actually like a Japanese fashion trend, and it's like when it was coming out and becoming popularized. It was like Japanese like street fashion, but it was more embracing like the feminine side of like masculine, like maybe not streetwear, but just like everyday clothing that wanted to make somewhat of a statement. So you're wearing like softer sweaters, like you're wearing like more toned down like color palettes, like soft pink or like light blue, like light beige, and like just softer tones. And so it's like it's a mood and it's sort of a look or like an aesthetic called like Soft Boy. And it's just that's why I had like Soft Boy written in Japanese on the front. That's what it says is like Soft Boy, which I'm not Japanese. I don't have any, but like I was working at like a retail store at the time, and like my boss was like super into like fashion and like Balenciaga and like all this stuff before it was like really, really like mainstream. And he was just always like telling me about like cool little like kind of fashion trends and like movements. And so I named it like Soft Boy. I just thought that was really cool because I'm like, oh yeah, I'm kind of like not totally like overly like masculine, and like I have that sort of like more sensitive side to me as a person. Like me, and that I'd say that's like fairly true. And
well, it also stands. It also stands as like a stark departure from Poppin'. Poppin' was definitely a little bit more intense. And so coming away from that, it definitely does feel more like a Soft Boy kind of album, like a little bit more delicate, more gentle, more like intimate.
Totally, dude. Yeah. And especially with like kind of like hip hop rap type things, like it's very, very lyrical focus. It's like a stenographer typing like 1,000 words a minute. It's like there's a lot of word content there. Whereas like there's like, I mean, I heard your last record, Ocean Park and 25th.
Ocean Park and 25th. 25th. Man,
yeah. And like I like a lot of your stuff is like long legato, which means just like long notes, meaning like you're so like that's like sort of a stylistic common occurrence in the style and tone of music that you write. Mine's like very like word dense. And so like it's always cool to like sort of like tie, I guess, like a bit of the, you know, music to like a cultural movement that sort of like explains like what's going on. And it's very statement focused. It's like very much a bold, like, this is what's going on. Like, it's very like black and white, cut and dry. Like, this is kind of what I'm thinking at the time. But yeah, I'm kind of getting off track. But basically, yeah, like Soft Boy was just sort of like this like change of heart. I think I realized that I'm like a nice, chill dude. I think poppin', I was just like, I'm just upset. I'm out to seek and destroy. I'm just an ego inflated, bruised individual. And not to say that's not awesome or cool and fun and all this shit. And I'm just growing into my own skin. And I think Soft Boy was the beginning of that. And then Onward and Upward is sort of the self-actualization of that. And it was just like Soft Boy was the test, is like, hey, can I be gentle? Can I be vulnerable with you people? Like, are you gonna like just throw this back in my face, or is this something I can be? And then other people just were encouraging and stuff, and like it was just really nice for me. And it was sort of a test to say like, okay, now that that's out of the way, like a lot of the songs on Soft Boy were actually freestyles, like one takes. Places, okay, the song Places, it's either track, it's like near the end. Places, 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 I've been running out of summer, running in the races, places. Remember when I'm 13, got a vision should be of a mean, like all that stuff.
That's all freestyle?
For the things that I said, I just dropped the top down. Yeah. Like, and literally going back into the hook, verse, hook, one take. Like,
no way.
But the weird thing about me is like, I'll take like that, like 3 minutes of recording and I'll just obsess over it for like 2 years, or like, it's weird. It's like, but over time I'm trying to get less like that, which not that it's a bad thing. I just want to be less precious and protective of my music. And I just want to like slowly, piece by piece, like let people see more of like who I am with my stuff. But yeah, like a lot of stuff on that album was a freestyle. Not all of it. Like I really do like write my lyrics. I don't want anyone listening to like sort of think that, especially with like the new project. It's like very, I spent a lot of time like mulling over, like considering like, how is this going to be received? I wrote like a lot of like profane sort of stuff like off the top of my head, and then we'll go back and like revise it and say like, is this really in line with like, you know, how is this just truly like what I'm feeling? And I'm like, you know, I'm not so black and white. It's maybe just like a bit more of a gray area, whereas like maybe I'm questioning, maybe I'm searching rather than I know. So it's sort of like an ego depletion over time. I think with these albums, like Poppin' is like so black and white, maybe. And then Floor Plan is like this whole thing. Like that Floor Plan had a lot of guidance from like my mentors, and like I almost like popped that one out of like my lineage because it just had so much like advice going on with like my engineers and stuff. But now all my music is like primarily me and stuff. So like the Onward and Upward stuff has been a lot more of like, okay, let's pump the brakes. Like maybe I don't have it all figured out. Maybe that relates to like someone that doesn't have it all figured out as well. Like in an empathetic kind of way of like, I just want to like connect. Like, and I've talked about this a lot, like of just, how do I just connect with people? Because I know nowadays, like I know why I do music, and it's to like literally connect with kids or people. I say kids, I just mean people, like just other people like with like mental health challenges, or because I pretty much everybody is like just could use a boost in terms of their mental health. Like even like, you know, like Usher did the Super Bowl, like even Yeah by Usher is like it gives you a dopamine hit that's like no other thing. It's like everything's related to mental health in terms of music.
Totally.
It's a mood booster, it's a thought provoker, it's a cultural you know, statement or whatever. But yeah, so like just to kind of end the rant altogether and stuff, like the lineage of sort of everything in the past, like a little while, as you were mentioning before, is just I guess like with Onward and Upward, I wanted it to feel like fresh. I want it to feel hopeful and optimistic and encouraging and uplifting. And man, I cut my teeth on this thing so hard. Like I'm just like, I'm in this studio, like I can turn the camera, bro. Like this studio here, like I'm in here like without a shirt on, like just like mixing, like 2-3 in the morning. Oh, dude, somebody sent me a message that was like, dude, I can like feel all the like sleepless nights, and I'm like, man, I wish I had a number. It'd probably be like maybe like 250 like sleepless nights, like mixing.
Yeah.
Like, and you know,
that sounds like a name of a future record.
Yeah, like I have my neighbors upstairs, and there's been a couple times where the speakers went off, like because I like, you know, it's just been like it's been stressful making this thing, and like you know, I'd say it's like 95% like how I wanted it to sound. Like my criticisms are like, yeah, it's a bit like harsh on the ears if you really crank it full volume, and but you know, that would have been like cool if I had like a mastering engineer to like help out with that, but like you know, I couldn't afford one, so like I just mastered it all myself. And I'm just super like excited, man. I'm super like proud of it, and I just have like nothing but like gratitude. I think the whole thing stands for gratitude. I'm just grateful for life, grateful for a chance, grateful for you know, I can put out these vibes. My voice is getting like more and more unique as time goes on. I've done a lot of singing like over this whole thing, like really become a singer, which I'm not perfect. You're so much better of a singer than I am, dude. You're like classically trained and all this stuff. So I'm talking to the GOAT, Mr.
I don't know about
Sheldon
that,
but yeah, so like to wrap it up, like just really sharpening myself, and just through me going through it, I'm showing other people they can go through it too, and it's going to be okay. Like reassurance and like optimism for the future. All this chaotic political things are happening and stuff, and you know, I just have something good to share with the world, and this is it. So that's it. Cheers.
Cheers, man. Cheers to that. Beautiful record, dude. Walking back through history a little bit, since we brought up Soft Boy, I kind of want to start there and then tiptoe our way into Onward and Upward. Red Skies. Red Skies is one of my favorite tracks.
Really?
Yeah. I absolutely love that.
Oh, I can tell you a lot about that song.
I would love to hear. Tell me about it. What was going through your mind, your heart when you were writing that song, when you were making that song?
Yeah, so that song is produced by Big Joe from the Coast. Big Joe from the Coast. Shout out Big Joe. Shout out YM Michi. Shout out Trap XL on that song. Shout out me. Shout out Sheldon Cole. Shout out the whole gang. Nova Records. Cream Soda Boys in the cut.
Cream Soda Boys. Oh, Cream man. Throwback. Damn.
Yeah, dude. So that song was recorded at 397 Roncesvalles Avenue in Toronto, Ontario, with black mold dripping water from the ceiling from the tub upstairs, cockroaches, smoking cigarettes inside. But not me, really. My roommate, me, pretty much never. But just tight beat, like craziness. So that song was produced by Big Joe from the Coast, Joey Morrison, literally like the next Boy Wanda. He also produced on Soft Boy. He produced True Story, no one makes it out alive, like that song.
I love that song.
He's a guitar player, and dude, his drums, hit harder like than any other like person. Like he just has such dope like drum selection, rhythmic feel. He's just sinister. He lives in Listegouge, Quebec, which is very out east.
That's a big city, right?
No, it's like a native reserve, like in the middle of kind of not much cities around it.
I feel like I saw that name pop up today when I was doing my passport renewal.
Listegouge, Listigouj.
Okay.
And yeah, man, shout out Joey, shout out Big Joe. He's come out here a couple times. He actually just came out like maybe 6 months ago. Dude, I just love, man, the thing about like music is like I love the people I fucking make music with. Like I just don't make music with anybody. I make music with people that I love. Not to say that I won't like just casually collaborate or anything. Like I'm totally down. It just always happens that I just make people with these like I make music with these special ass people like that which is so nice to be doing a podcast because I can actually like talk about them because it's just I don't really have like any long form content or anything. Anyways, rambling. So
Red Skies though, what were the Red Skies? Are they like Toronto Red Skies,
Red
Vancouver?
Skies was the name of the beat that he gave me, and I don't ever do that. I never do that. I never take the beat name. He named it that, and it was just like that. Woo, 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 like that trippy synth,
Red
like
Skies,
and I could literally see it.
Long
and I was
days,
like, Red
long
Skies,
nights.
long nights. Yeah,
dude,
this is
beautiful.
my life. Yeah, and just like, yeah, dude, Meech on that track. Remember them days all boosted. now I'm sipping on kombucha. pour a little drink, get twisted, and then I was like, all right, that's my voice on the all right.
It's a very catchy track.
What you won't do, what I won't do, I just want myself when it go through. And so, dude, Meech
Shotty poppin'.
yeah. She just want my soul a little long, dude. Yeah, go listen to that song, man. Yeah,
it's a great track.
Was sick. So Meech actually like flew from Calgary. He had a reason. He was in like Toronto for like somebody's like graduation or something.
Okay.
I think Drew was there. Drew DeYoung. I still hang out with Drew all the time. Like,
shout out! I have not seen that man in a long time.
Dude. Yeah, Drew has not changed. Yeah,
Drew, come through to LA, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Miss you, dude.
Shout out, yo. So he was in the room when that got recorded, dude, and I'm pretty sure this was so long ago, but yeah, and then like me, yeah, he had to have been because like Yomi was there, which is YM Michi, so he was there, and I
miss that guy too. Yomi, what's good, man? Shout out, bro.
Dude, Yomi, yeah, you gotta pull up,
dude. Douglas, 6A, 6 whatever the.
Yo, remember freaking was it McMillan, dude?
Douglas.
Oh yeah, well Douglas, he eventually lived in McMillan with Drew, but yeah, like so he recorded in my bedroom, and then same with Trap. Trap is like another kid that like lives in Toronto, and he's like a producer and composer, and like he was like recording with me at the time and stuff. And yeah, both of those dudes were just like, dude, like we got to get on this. Like, and I'm like, I was just cooking it up at the time, and I was like, yo, you guys should record. And so I recorded like Yomi. I was sitting there like clicking, like just recording him in my bedroom. And then literally in the same night, like Trap XL, he got on it. This big Nigerian dude, and yeah, so they both got on the song, like did their verses, and it pretty much got punched out like pretty quick. And conceptually, I think it was just like red skies, blue eyes, like long days, like just kind of like just going on a bender musically, like just like working on music, like not like that's the thing about me is like I have like severe insomnia, and I'm like, you know, I'm doing well now. Like my life is like I'm getting better at sleeping better and all that stuff. But I really do struggle with like insomnia and all that stuff, like pretty severe. So like long days, long nights, like This Is My Life, like all that stuff was just like red skies. Like, I don't know, just when you're feeling psychedelic from like just like how you haven't slept in a long time, but you're still you're on a mission, like you're just like getting it done.
Yeah. What about Flights Overseas? Flights Overseas.
So that song is about an Apple Watch that I got, I think, and it was just like I used to be getting this like Interac e-transfer like thing, and I get an email on my
for the Americans listening, we don't have Venmo in Canada.
It's like
we
Venmo.
have Interact e-transfer.
Yeah, so you get like an email saying that you have money, like somebody just sent you money.
You have money.
You got money.
I wish I'd hear that more often. Damn.
Yeah, dude. So I
brand new Apple Watch. Don't care what it costs.
For the Americans, I get a Venmo. So how many people listen to this? Like a few? I don't even know.
I mean, it's a small, loyal handful, and I love you all. I love you very dearly.
Big kiss from Nova.
Big kiss. Wow. It's split though. America, Canada. There's a decent amount in both. A little overseas.
So Flights Overseas was written about just getting money and having an Apple Watch, and I was just swagging. I was feeling so ballin'. I was like, I just chin my wrist when I chat drop. And now that was produced by 3M Shine. Shout out 3M Shine. We don't talk anymore. A lot of these people that are talking about with music and stuff, we don't talk anymore. I don't really know why, but we just don't, like certain people just ghosted me and we just never talked again. So 3M is like one of them. I asked him for stems for like a song after I paid him. I was like, I paid him like $100 for like stems for something. He just never texted me back and unfollowed me. I'm like,
wow.
Okay, dude.
If you're listening, Justin's waiting. Noah's waiting. He wants those stems.
Waiting for those stems for the song Racks that is already out because I had to do it with the 2-track.
Dang.
So,
well,
yeah, dude.
Make do. Make do. You make it happen.
That's how it goes. Dude, I really got to pee. Can I go pee and you just talk for a sec?
Yeah, you can pee. This is interesting. Right. Go pee. I'm just gonna kind of just talk to myself here. This is funny because I've actually never had to do this before since this is a webcam, internet, Zoom style podcast, and I don't even know how I'm going to be editing this. I think Riverside is supposed to take care of that. I think if I'm quiet, if I don't say anything, then it will cut it out. So I'm gonna take that chance and I'm gonna start talking and we'll see what happens. Oh damn.
Yep, I'm fast.
Oh, you're super fast, man.
Are we editing it or are we?
Well, okay, dude. So so when I was experimenting with Riverside, I think it does this thing where it automatically edits your podcast for you and it cuts out the dead space.
Dude.
So I was like, well, if I just give it some dead space, it'll cut it out.
Oh, fact.
Anyways. I mean, we'll see what happens. Okay. So, Flights Overseas.
Yeah.
You were talking about getting that Apple Watch, getting money.
So, yeah. I got that Apple Watch, stupidly, and I sold it. And then I bought another one and I sold it. Like I basically.
What do you not like about the Apple Watch, man?
No, I just poor. Like I just needed money. Like I just broke all the time. I'm still broke.
Oh man.
So basically, like, yeah, like that song got done, and you know what? Shout out Joey because, excuse me, Big Joe from the Coast actually mixed that. I did pay for the stems for that song, and I did get them. So I got like all the stems and Big Joe from the Coast. Love that dude so much. So freaking much. He just had a baby like a couple years ago. His kid's like 2 and he's so cute, little boy. And man, I just love people with like tenacity. Like I love the people that I love. And he helped me mix that song as I was like walking through High Park at like 1 a.m. or something crazy, like by myself, like just, and he was just like, hey, okay, what do you think of this mix? And I was like, can you turn the clap down? I don't know why. It's like I can mix stuff myself, but I just wanted his help on it. Like, I don't know. At the time I need guidance just as much as anybody else does. And I just, at the time I was getting him to help me mix it. And, he just really went in on it with me, and he mixed that song, even like the vocal and everything, and like the little delay throws and stuff. So, man, he's the reason that song sounds the way it sort of does sonically. And then I flew to LA. Do you know Trevor Dubois or Trevor McMahon?
Trevor McMahon?
Yeah, in the film industry. He does film.
Yeah, dude,
So,
Trevor actually filmed
house.
my music video. Freak.
Yeah.
Like way back in the day when we all were first in LA.
Yeah, he filmed the music video for Flights Overseas in LA.
Oh, no way.
At the Santa Monica Pier.
Dang, dude. Hell yeah.
At his house. Him and I like went to the gay bars like at night, and they pour drinks like you've never fucking tasted that are it's alcohol with, and they just wave a jug of Tropicana over it near the proximity of the vodka or whatever. Like I got so jackhammered. I just like No, you're laughing. I'm not laughing. I lost my passport and my cell phone.
This sounds familiar, actually. I feel like I remember when this went down.
And also, there's a song on Onward that's like, it's like something like, let my Jansport, I lost my passport, hey, shawty fire burning like a damn torch, give me transport. And that's like about the time when I went to LA. I lost my fucking passport. Guess what? I didn't get it back. I had to fly to Buffalo. I'm like in Toronto at the time. I had to fly to Buffalo, go on the ground, call my friend Clint on Snapchat, literally like I was like crying, bro. I was so beyond stressed because also I'm like so beyond hungover, and just my mind, like mental health is a thing, and like when you got that like hangover anxiety and you're panicking and like calling the embassy. I'm calling the Canadian embassy in LA, like dude, freaking out. Like got so drunk with Trevor, and Trevor drove me down. Like we're trying to look for it or what? Like I don't know. Dang. I've been through a lot of stuff.
Yeah, man. Wait. How'd you get back into Canada?
Dude. So I flew to fucking Buffalo. My homie Clint O'Coon, Nuko Uno, dude. Check him out on Spotify. NUKO. UNO. Nuko Uno, and I'm mixing his stuff right now. Nice. Good buddy. Good friend of mine. So he was nice enough to freaking drive me all the way to Toronto, which is like 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half there, hour and a half back, but like 3 or 4 hours. Like all I had to do was like buy him a Tim Hortons or Wendy's or something. Like just awesome, dude. Awesome. Like that's a man right there. Shout out the
That's a real one.
Well, I explained. I was like, dude, I can't get to Canada by air without a passport. I can go by land with like my driver's license, but I don't have a passport. So I went through the border, and the guy was like, you're like really nuts, but this isn't cool, but just go. He just was like, go. It was like a miracle, dude. And,
man. So dude, they're like that though. They're like that at the Canadian border. They'll give you shit, but they'll still let you in. They'll be like, you're not supposed to do this. And then they'll let you in.
They shotgun and some crystal meth.
They really like to smack you on the wrist.
Next time, tone it down.
The ruler.
Tone it down, bud.
Yeah. Canada. Oh, Canada.
So that's how I got back, and that's the and I shot that video on like the Santa Monica Pier and like the beach.
Shout out.
And I don't know, like I always have like a puffy face. I have like baby fat and stuff. I'm trying to get skinny, like
forever young, baby. Forever young.
In that photo or in that video, like I was beyond hungover. When you're just like, what even is physics?
Yeah.
You're just so beyond hungover. And I was really hungover, and I was like, I'm doing this this video. Like, and Trevor was so helpful, and like, big kiss to Trevor. Like, oh, we all know, if you know Trevor, you just know, like, just a ray of fucking sunshine.
Shout out to Trevor. We love you, man. Yeah. You're an incredible dude.
I slept over at like his like Burbank house, like in LA. And dude, yeah, man, I'm just so freaking thankful for. That's I think a lot of this like theme is just like being so thankful for like just humans existing. Like, man, I just genuinely, it sounds so contrived, but I honestly am astonished by my life journey and just the amazing souls that I've been blessed to bump into on the way, and including you. Man, and it's like, hopefully I get to talk about, I got questions to ask you about your shit, like near the end of this, dude. It's not all about me. Like, I hate talking about myself. It's really nice. I appreciate, I'm flattered by you, like, asking me. I know we're on like somewhat of we had like a whole conversation before this, but a little formal of a podcast. So we're doing it like podcast style, but.
Yeah, well, it is about you, man. It's your time to talk about your work and your art and your life and your story. And that's what I love to do. I love to ask people their questions about those things.
Yeah, but my story is like all the friends I've made along the way and stuff. Like, and I don't know, my story is 50-50 with people that are involved in the story. I just don't see myself as more important. And that also sounds arrogant and like weird to say, but like, I'm just derping around just the same as everybody else, you know? Even though I'm working my ass off and on this like manic mission to like get this shit done, which is cool and fun, but like I would gladly drop whatever I'm doing to like help a friend in the middle of a crisis, and I have
no doubt, man.
times.
No doubt. Well, and I definitely see that theme carried through all of your records. I mean, you've always been very collaborative. You've always brought on a lot of people onto your projects. Yeah, it's interesting that the way that you talk about these songs is you start by talking about like the people and the place and the setting of how it happened, which is really interesting. It's really cool. So moving onward, no pun intended, your latest record, you got this one song. I can't remember the name of the song, but you're going to know it. It's the one with the sick drum breakdown. Which song is that? It's got this like crazy like drum fill, like a drum breakdown.
Ride or Die? Was it Ride or Die? Am I anime? Shawty keep it real. Rush the little hill. Prada with Chanel. Jesus take the wheel. Pharaoh got my steel. Kilo made a meal. No, I can't even feel. Yeah. I can't even feel.
But with the, I think it might be that one,
them, bro.
With the drum breakdown. So is that you? Is that you drumming?
No.
Really?
But side to side, I'm actually playing a drum kit on it. Side to side is like a 2-second fill, and it's like.
Oh, okay. Nice.
You real I tie. I've been holding it side to side. Yeah. That song, I'm actually playing drums, but the other one.
Who's playing drums on?
I just found this like drum sample somewhere.
Oh, it's just a sample, dude. It sounds fucking sick.
I'm sick with it. Like I like made the fucking. I'm just like cool with editing and stuff, and I just I could easily play that. You know, I can. I just found a nice drum chop, and I just kind of was like, "Oh, this is cool." And I put like this sound of like an applause, like people were like. In the background, which hypes it up a lot, and they're like, I think it's Ride or Die you're talking about. It's like,
yeah, it's that one. Yeah, it's that one. Yeah, well, it reminded me that you are a drummer, kind of like first and foremost, like that is your instrument. I actually had forgotten about that because for so long, I've just when I think about your music, I think about you as a producer and as a rapper. I actually forgot that. Like when it comes down to the brass tacks, like you're an incredible drummer.
Yeah.
So when I heard that, I was like, "Oh shit, is Justin drumming on this? Like that's fucking tight."
I tried to sick sample, a little bit of it. Yeah, I know.
I'm not sure your upstairs neighbors would be appreciative of.
I don't have a drum kit now. Yeah, no, I'm trying to get one soon. Probably this year or next year. Roland kit, like a little like electronic drum kit. Josh Dower vibes.
Ayo. Shout out. Miss you, bud.
Shout out. Yo, love you.
Dead on Arrival, though. Let's talk about Dead on Arrival. That is one of my favorite songs off this new
Thanks, bro.
album. And it was a single that you put out too. Like you had put out Dead on Arrival a while
During
ago.
COVID, like right when COVID hit, I had like a COVID.
2020.
Yeah, dude. 2024 is when it fucking dropped. It's so crazy.
Tell me about that song.
Yeah, dude, I'm so sorry. Like, this is taking me so damn long. I feel bad. This is like the most bittersweet release. I'm like so excited and so apologetic that it took me so long. But Dead on Arrival, 100% self-produced.
Dead on Arrival.
100% self-produced. No loops. No bullshit. No other producer. I produced it. The 808s, the snare, clap, the clock in the background. That whole thing, like that's a clock sample that I like chopped up and like did to the BPM of the beat. So the only other person that was collaborating on that song was one of my best friends from high school, Felix Roberts, in a band called Holy Felix. Fucking incredible. They're insane. Dude, he just played the Commodore Ballroom. Like,
no way.
Yeah. But we recorded it in his living room on like a Focusrite Scarlett, like a little interface with Ableton.
That's what I'm recording on right now, man.
barely knowing what we were doing at all, and just recording it into Ableton, which no longer works even on my computer because I have like Ableton 9. They're on to like 11 or 12 or some shit. And I just said, play a bunch of stuff. I want to hear like you play some stuff. And I just let him play for like 20 minutes. And he just like kept playing. I was like, yo, what was that last thing you just played? And then I kind of like, found the BPM and then I set a click and I was like, and I'm like, okay, that sounds kind of like what you were just playing. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Here comes the click. What? And it was like last minute. I was like, okay, I gotta go home. So I left. And I just had all these recordings that we did. And that one just really was like stuck out to me. I was like, that thing just makes me think of memories, and like it just has this like nostalgic fuzz to it that is just so gritty and sort of like, I hate the word grunge in this context, but it's just it's had a pensiveness to it that was just really like giving me ideas. And so I went home, and it was like maybe 2 months later, I took the samples and I was like, okay, I got time to do something with this. And I might have even made like a vlog on it, like when I was doing YouTube, but I deleted all those vlogs because I didn't feel like it was like in a line with like, it was just too corny and, hey guys, welcome to it. And
I remember when you started that vlog.
I just, it's not my thing. I want to be known as an artist, not a YouTuber. Like, you know what I mean? Which, no judgment, obviously. So like,
how many episodes did you do of your vlog? Side note.
Probably like 40 or 50.
Damn, dude.
Oh,
that's a lot.
And I just threw them all away. But it was a good exercise in editing. I became really good at like editing.
Did you get any traction at all? Like, did many people kind of follow along?
Not really. That was like another thing. It was like I got like 100 subscribers, and I was like, this isn't. It wasn't the numbers. It was just more like, if I'm gonna be putting videos up, I want them to be music videos, which is gonna come with this album. So give me a chance. Sweet. But I'm gonna be working. I have like a video that's like trying to like drop a freaking sap. Like, it's already shot.
Yeah.
Just need to find the time to edit, but I'm trying to de-stress from all this album stuff. Literally, like, it was going to be like this week or next week type thing. So like a video's coming out. For sure. And then I know another person that we're in the talks like about shooting some stuff. I already have some like locations planned out for like shooting in Toronto for like a music video here for like a second song. So like Ride or Die is gonna have a music video for sure. Yeah. So I just need to edit it. because I do fucking everything myself. Sorry for swearing so much. Sorry,
all right, man.
I swear.
Freeform podcast, baby. Raw,
Yeah,
unedited, unfiltered.
Discovery
Explicit.
Channel. Discovery Channel HD. Oh, Highway to Hell. Alaskan crab fishing. Unedited. Yeah, I'm on beer number 3. All right. So
You're surpassing me, man. I only
Yeah.
have one Modelo. That's all I got.
The
all I got.
lone Dello. So
Modelo,
basically,
if you're listening,
yeah, sponsor me up.
send me a whole fridge of Modelo.
I need that. I need that case, and I'm not talking quesadilla. You know what I mean?
That sounds good right now too.
I lost train. I don't know. I don't know, dude. Cheers.
Oh man, cheers, bro. Why do you think that it took you 6 years to put this album out? 6 years is a long time.
Because I care.
Yeah.
Okay, so take away 3 years because I was on medication that made me extremely numb. This is like getting some real stuff. I just have like severe mental health issues that are not self-pity issues at all, that are like psychological break. I have a like extreme, I have like borderline personality disorder. It's like very severe. It's like a 3 out of 4 on the severe scale. And I'm in treatment and I'm feeling well and alive and good and healed and recovered and stuff. And I was on medication for about 3 years, trying to sort of like tone down the stress that I had been feeling every day for like, countless years and stuff. Really started like maybe in university, like as we were like roommates, like with, she who shall not be named at the time, with, like the breakup. Like part of that was like the trauma with that stuff, really splitting my life wide open and like really being tough on me.
Mm-hmm.
And it just started to get really tough. And I went through a lot of trauma with that stuff. And I kind of lost my mind and had like a bit of a psychological breakthrough exiting university and like home life and stuff. I had shitty parents, shitty family, and if you're listening, yeah, shitty family. Like, fuck you. Like, I had a shitty family. Like, I'm one of those rare ass people. But if you're listening, like, dude, at least you're not alone,
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of what my stuff's about, is like, sometimes you get a bad luck of the draw. And so why did it take me so long to make Onward? Well, 3 years I was on psych meds and I was on a mood stabilizer and an antidepressant. I'm just being painfully honest. And I was numb every day. I didn't want to work on music because I just was dull. I was a dim light and needed to calm the fuck down and needed to put everything on hold in order to let the therapy do its job and let the meds do their job. And it got to a point where I started having breakdowns. Like, this is at the end of the 3 years. And I just realized, I'm not working on music anymore. I feel no motivation to do so. I don't want to like write anything. I can't bring my body to like sit down at this desk you're looking at now and write anything. I have no motivation because I was so calm and sedated for a long time. A lot of people can relate to this. It's not talked about a lot. It's very stigmatized, but I couldn't get to the desk and like just sit and have any emotional energy to work. And it sounds like I'm making it up, but you know me, I'm not really fluff. If what you see is what you get, and I just could not bring my soul to do it. I started having breakdowns and I'd cry and I'd be talking to my girlfriend and I'd be like, I can't make music. I am so numb. I don't feel anything. And so I was like, you know what? I really need to get off these meds. And she was really worried about me because we went through a lot of stuff, and she was part of me getting on medication, and I was very appreciative of that, and I needed that, and I needed to get off of medication. And she was very apprehensive about me getting off medication. And I was brave enough to sort of be like, you know what? I'm going to just do this on my own. I'm going to stop taking meds slowly. I'm going to taper off. I'm going to ask the doctor what to do. I'm going to slowly taper off these medications because I'm on two. I'm on a mood stabilizer and an antidepressant, pretty heavy pills. Like if I take too many of one pill, I'm going to like have a seizure. If I, you know what, like bullshit. Pills fucking suck. So like not fun, not chill. So I was like, I need to get off these. I'm sensing some apprehension and a little bit of like nervousness from my partner considering like getting off of these. I have to do this by myself because I have to do it. And so I just slowly did it by myself without telling her. And I was like going through this battle on my own for like 3 months, getting off these meds, like a little half of this every 4 days, half of this. And I'm taking 6 pills every day. I'm like half of one. Okay, 4 days later, half of one. You know, getting off these pills. I mean, this is real as fuck. I know it's just like, holy shit, like too much. Like,
No,
I'm
man,
chill.
It's beautiful, dude. The fact that you're just being so vulnerable is incredible.
Yeah, exactly. It's good for everyone to just talk about stuff, and I'm just not being any way about it. But and just I got off the pills pretty much, and the next week I was like, I told her, and she's like, "Wow, I didn't really notice much," and I was like. I was just like fist in the air. I was like, yes, because my moods like are. I suffer from like a lot of like mood attacks and stuff like that. Like I am a victim truly of like mood. Like I choose to make my actions, but I definitely am a victim of emotions like that happen to me. However, it's my choice to like decide what to do with them. And I will say a disclaimer, like I'm namaste, like very good now, like, you know, chilling and very happy and like very, very lucky and thankful and grateful. And I just, you know, my music serves a purpose to like let people know they can get through things they may not feel that they can get through. And, you know, heavy ass subject. Everyone always gets uncomfortable when it's like this deep into the Marianas Trench of like real shit. But yeah, like that's why it took me so long. Cause like the first 3 years was like writing it and kind of fumbling. And it should have taken me like 3 or 4 years. But like, yeah, it took me like 6. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's the end of the rant. And I apologize if it made anyone uncomfortable listening to this.
No, don't apologize, man. I think it's really powerful for you to share that and just be open about it. It's something that a lot of people are going through. And it's funny because as much as it might seem like people are talking about it, I don't think that we're actually really talking about it, you know?
Not quite. Yeah, we're getting there, but
yeah. And I think that what you just said is important for people to know that they're not alone. So on that note of you wanting to be able to give people hope and just make sure that people feel like they're not alone, what do you think out of all the tracks that you have on this new record, what track maybe stands out the most in terms of giving that sense of hope to people?
Anymore.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What was going through your mind when you were writing that?
Dude, just like I ain't going back to that place anymore. Anymore. I barely made it out the trap. Told her mama she ain't gotta be afraid anymore. Like, just like there's a, you know, with every sunset there's a sunrise. Always.
Yeah.
Just listen to it because there's a lot of hope in this album, and it's just hope. And onward and upward, like literally, I took that from someone I used to record with at Miles Foxhill. It's on the album the back of the album liner, like the track list. It's on my Instagram if you want to see it. You can kind of zoom in and see like a few paragraphs on it. But it says like, you know, Miles always used to say onward and upward, and couldn't be more true. Because whenever he was helping me with Floor Plan way back, and whenever we'd run into like a technological issue, like, hey, my freaking hard drive just crashed in the whole session. Like I drove all the way out here 2 hours. We got to record today, and my computer broke today. And there's no fixing it right now. It's going to take a couple weeks. He would just like, he would look at me and smile in this like kind of sadistic way and just be like, onward and upward, man. Like, just onward. Like, he would always say it when shit was just like really not looking too optimistic. And I think the album stands for optimism of just like, you just got to laugh and just be like, onward and upward. Like, let's go. Let's move forward, and it's going to be good.
On that note, dude, about having a good laugh and just, you know, commiserating and taking
commiserating,
you know, looking at the light heart, like trying to make things lighthearted, looking at the dark stuff and having a good laugh.
Light in the darkness.
I feel like we had talked once or a few times about stand-up comedy and about you doing stand-up comedy. Is that still like a thing that is like, you know, in the back of your mind?
Yeah, when I'm 35, so like in 5 years, probably.
Okay,
just like,
I like that.
Just doing it.
I like that a lot
as like a character exercise, just for fun.
That's terrifying to me.
Yeah,
stand-up comedy, but I love stand-up comedy, and I could totally see you doing it. I also think it's such a fascinating way of being brutally honest, of like actually talking about stuff that matters. While at the same time too, like, bro, people can just laugh at how absurd life is. Like, life is fucking crazy. It really is crazy.
And you can't predict it. You can't. But
then you can sit around and just talk about, you know, how absurd it is. You know, and it's like, I think we take ourselves too seriously. I think like most of the time we think that things that are happening are like the most important things. Like, if like this situation that happened at work and what this person said to me, like, this is the like this is world ending, world changing.
We think we're like so important, but like, yo, you ever seen those like Neil deGrasse Tyson videos of like them like zooming in on a person, zooming out on Los Angeles, zooming out on California, then the Earth, then the fucking solar system, then the Milky Way, then the galaxy, then the cluster of galaxies.
We think our problems are the most important thing going on. And there's 8 other billion of us.
We're a fish going like like we're just like a fish, like,
and yet we get worked up about it. We get stressed out about it. We get worked up about it
because there can be space for both. There can be space for this to mean nothing and everything at all. And life doesn't always mean one or the other. It can mean both at the same time, and both can be true. And we can hold space for both. And that's the concept of sort of like duality. And like that's like a big thing in like, you know, the therapy that I do. And I think it's just true. It's a very like sort of like maybe like a Buddhist principle of just like having space for like this, and we can also have space for that. It's just like, I guess, a philosophy of duality, of just like two things can be true at once, which, not saying like other people listening or even you like don't know about this. It's a mindfulness practice of like, we can hold space for both. This can mean nothing and everything all at the same time. And we can like sit in the middle ground and sort of like ride the gray area, which honestly is just a tool for me to like calm the hell down. It makes me happy feeling like that. It's like, this can be everything. And then also totally like pedantic and just like meaningless. Like, you know,
no, it's good to reflect on and frame it in that way. Thinking about onward and upward, there's a sense of momentum to it. There's a sense of motion.
Yeah, dude.
And so in that spirit, and touching back to what we talked about at the beginning, where you're always, you know, one step ahead, one project ahead. What's the next project? What are you thinking about?
I
Where do
mean,
you
I'm
want to
not one
go?
to hold like too many secrets. So like if I got a long form podcast, like I'll just say like the project, like I mean, fingers crossed, is called Enough, and it's called the Enough EP. I already have the artwork for it, and man, if God willing, I'd be able to finish it this year, like in the fall.
Wow,
Um,
dude, 2 releases
I
in a year.
I owe people that though.
Yeah.
Like I owe people that. I owe people that, and I'm ready, dude. Like I'm feeling well, and I'm healthy again, and I'm excited to give people something that I can offer them, and I have all these ideas and stuff ready, and I just need like a week off, pretty much this week. I just released the album like last week and stuff.
Yeah.
So I just like to like get that done, hopefully this year. And I guess the question I'm asking myself, this one's a question rather than a statement, but am I enough? And it's sort of like moving forward. And dude, I think literally like there's a symbiosis of your Ocean Park and 25th and how I'm feeling with this album. Like, because I heard a lot of the stuff within your album that just sounded so much like self-acceptance. Like, no matter the cost, no matter the judgment, no matter the speculation, no matter what people think, just accepting yourself of where you're at. John is fire. First track is fire. Forget the title. First track is so fire. John is crazy. Last
That is a
little
crazy
trickle
song.
of the album is like insane. And the middle is just melody candy. I love it. And I just love the self-acceptance in your project. And I think sort of like the like inner altruism and like self-benevolence of just being kind to you in every way, where every corner you turn and every problem you face, you just say, it's okay. Like, I'm good enough. And I didn't mean to say enough, like, but I just really like am sort of like tying that to the enough. Like, that's a big thing. Like, am I enough is the question. And so I'm gonna sift through that. I'm still working on it, and I'm very much at the beginning stages, but it's fully conceptualized. It's gonna be shorter. So I got a lot of work ahead of me, but I just want to like kind of finish this off with a couple little things. I want to do some music videos for this album too. I think there's a lot of kind of like sonic visuals that could kind of be tied together for this project. So I'll see how far I can take that while sort of writing as well on the next kind of project. And I just really like, I'm kind of like fist clenched, like eager to give people more.
Yeah.
And not in an egotistical, the fans are waiting. Like, just, I'm just like, I would really love to give people more of what I can do. And that would be nice for me to feel. And it always feels good to like donate to charity and like do these nice things. And so it'd be nice for me to, give other people something that I can offer them. Cause I feel like even if it's just one person, it's worth doing. And I just, want people to be able to benefit from what I've been given, which is like the gift to speak or the gift to sort of craft or make or whatever it is that I do. I kind of just kick rocks and sort of eventually an album comes out. And so like, I just think there's like a old quote that's like, if you have the ability, you have the responsibility. It's like, if you can do something, you definitely should do something. So I don't know.
Wow. Yeah, I definitely think about that a lot. I mean, that's a heavy one for sure.
That's crazy, hey? I don't know who said that, but it was just nice.
Yeah.
It's like, if you can, man. It's like, if you can open the door for somebody, like, definitely do it. Why not?
Have you heard of a book called The Artist Way?
No. Googling.
It's a book that it's like for creatives, specifically for like blocked creatives. It's really fascinating. It's like an 8 or a 12-week program. I'm going through it right now. And one of the things that it talks about is how it kind of like draws upon a sense of like spirituality and like a sense of God, like a sense of creator, whatever that is, like whatever that means to you. It kind of leaves it open for the reader. But one of the elements of it is kind of what you said, the ability and responsibility. It's like we're supposed to create. Like it's something that we should do. Like we can and we should. And it's something that brings like joy to the creator. Created to create. That's something I think about a lot. And I think I liked what you said about charity and how you tied charity to creativity and putting something out. I think there's a deep truth to that.
Well, I mean, we're not getting paid for this shit. Like, it's like a penny free. Like, this is charity at this point, dude.
For sure. But the thing is, like, it truly, and I don't think it maybe doesn't matter what your intentions are. People have different intentions for why 100%. They are putting out music, why they're putting out art or whatever it is that they're creating. But at the end of the day, when we create it, it makes this world better. It's part of what makes this world worth living in and experiencing. Totally. Like what would this world be?
You're not like bogarting. You're not just like hogging all the vibes for yourself. You're like, here, have some vibes.
Yeah. And it's also so much easier to share now, which can feel maybe a little bit almost like it waters it down because there's just so much. But at the same time, because of how easy it is to release music and for music to be found and discovered, you still get these pockets of experiencing music from all parts of the world. I mean, I started like listening to some of these like Russian artists recently, these like Russian rappers and like Russian musicians.
Yeah, Russian
rap are crazy.
Is fire. Russian rap is insane.
How would I have found that like 10 years ago before
Russian
Spotify?
Rap is like big rooted in like Lil Peep. Like I remember Lil Peep. Like,
well, there's a lot of connection. There's a lot of connection there.
Used to do these like Eastern Europe tours and like, yeah.
Well, he also used to utilize like the Cyrillic letters and kind of like play with that imagery. It's always very fascinating.
Imagery, totally. Yeah. You're getting more abstract, and I'm following you 100%. Yeah, sonic imagery.
The ability for us to put out music and for it to be heard and received and discovered. I mean, that's a beautiful thing, and the fact that can mean something to someone. And make this world a tiny bit more interesting, And also, I don't think you have to think about that. I think you just have to do it. You don't have to think beyond the fact of like, I am put on this earth to create and to put something out, and I just have to honor that. And I don't need to overthink it. I don't need to think about where it's going to go or what's, just honor the practice. It's like our default,
though. We have genitals because we create.
It's true. We are all primal creators. We all create on a very.
It's pretty safe to assume
primitive biological level.
What to do right now? Probably just create. Probably just put stuff out. Probably just make stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Totally. No, I mean it's something we can't help ourselves. We have to.
It takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of self-love and. Just trusting in whatever process is ahead of you and stuff.
But it can also be hard. It can also be hard because we can be the first people to tell ourselves that we shouldn't, or that we couldn't, or that we can't, or that we won't. And I honestly, I can relate. I can relate in a certain way to not putting something out because of the circumstances of your life and what you're dealing with and what you're going on. It can be really tough. I think sometimes we can be our own worst enemies. It's like, it's a battle of ourself. We have to get past ourself in order to, be able to get into the stuff that we want to get into.
Right.
Which is the hardest thing. but also the most beautiful when you actually put it out. That's why it's a real accomplishment, man. And I'm super proud of you for all the records that you've put out.
I'm super proud of you, man.
And the growth that you've put out.
Look at you freaking go. All your shit, man. Freaking, man, like all those songs, like, man, I've been around you doing all your stuff, man. Like freaking, like, remember that one like Warehouse Vancouver show that we did with like you and there's some big guy drummer doing stuff, and like Nick was playing with you, and like,
was it a release party?
I don't even. It was so long ago that I just don't remember. And
it was
like,
East Van, like Railtown.
Yeah.
That was a release. It was for the Dark EP. It was the release party of the Dark EP.
Ah, dude, nice. Yeah, and I like took photos for that.
Really? Oh man, dude, those were really good days. Those were good times. I miss those times.
You had like some sick bands opening up, and there were like moms hanging out and stuff. That were
well, my cousin Luke, his band performed. He opened for us. We had a fog machine. You remember that?
Yeah.
And we had this moon. We had this moon that Hannah and I had made, and we put in the background. That thing was so sick. Shout out to Hannah. Crazy times, man. But that right there to me is life. People getting together and just making stuff happen so organically.
Everybody come to the cookout. Like everybody come hang out, dude.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Just call in sick. Come hang out. It's the EP release.
That's right.
Who
That's
cares?
Right, baby.
It's worth it. It's community.
Yeah.
Pure community.
Are you playing shows much at all?
Yeah, kind of like open micing, but I'm trying to play like maybe 1-2 festival this summer. And then just try to get on some bills, like if I can.
Yeah. What is the scene like out in Toronto when it comes to music, but also when it comes to hip hop?
It's a lot of bands. I don't know. I'm struggling. I'm trying to like find like people that are putting on shows. I'm just gonna like send out feelers and be like, yo, if you're putting on shows, like let me know. I'll come through, play a 1-2, and you know, just like perform. I love performing, dude. I have like an auto-tune pedal and everything, and it's like every song is on there in the key. And like I don't even bring my like Apollo. I don't bring my interface. I have a pedal. Wow. Like I pull up with a microphone and a foot pedal.
Dang, dude. Hell yeah.
Yo, can I pee real quick again?
Dude, pee, man. You've been drinking those beers. I'll take a pause so that this thing cuts out, hopefully.
All right. Yes, sir.
And we back. All right, it's time for a little photo op here. We got a... Dude, this is epic, man. This is epic. All right, let's go on a story tonight.
Well, do one more.
One more? Okay. All right.
Ready? Tell me when. Do a 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. Hell yeah. Sweet. This is cozy, man. I really, I feel like I need to figure out a better camera situation, but I could get used to this. This is like
Your
a very
audio
easy...
sounds amazing, though. It feels like I feel like I'm in the room with you, though. The audio, who cares about the visual, dude?
It does. Okay, dude, the future. I mean, just imagine if we were...
But the audio, we're doing audio right. So, like...
That's true, I'm
talking to a $5,000 mic right now. Y'all can freaking kick rocks, dude.
Oh, man.
The video.
Oh, my goodness. Dude, just imagine if we were doing this with the Apple Vision Pro, man.
Yo, dude, I'd be there with you.
First podcast in the Apple Vision Pro. Dude, I'm concerned, shit. Man. I'm concerned about society. If people get those on, they're not going to come out. They're not going to come out, man. I wouldn't. Why would I? Dude, it was better in there. It was amazing.
It was Sheldon Cole, 2024. It was better... ... in there,
dude. It was so they got this little crown dial.
I know.
And the demo specialist was like,
Apple Watch himself.
Yeah, the demo app specialist was like, all right, turn it. I want you to turn it all the way. So I turn this thing, and suddenly my whole surrounding is a view of like Mount Hood, the forests, the pond. And I can't see anything else. Nobody can bother me. And
steals your wallet.
Dude, introverts are gonna truly disappear out of society. We'll never see them again. Well, they're gonna get an Apple Pro. They're gonna be gone.
Bye, Nick.
For real. It is the coolest thing if you are an introvert, because man, it is peaceful.
Nice.
You know what? If I'm on my deathbed, if I'm like dying, put an Apple Vision Pro on me, turn that crown all the way, and send me to Everest. Like, that's how I want to go. That's the way. That's
up.
My goodness,
dude.
man.
Dude, I just yeah, just put me in a virtual studio while I'm in the studio, dude.
Yeah.
Put me in a nicer studio than I'm in. I'll just be in like a cubicle making beats, and then I feel like I'm at like Columbia, and I'm John Mayer's just making the face in the corner. And
dude, I mean, well, picture this, man. Picture this. What if you could be in like a historic studio? Like you could be in your studio.
That's what I'm saying.
And then you could be in like Abbey Road,
dude.
Or like John Mayer's home studio in Montana, or in like, I don't know, Lil John's studio.
Just
I don't know why that was the name that I landed on.
From the Super Bowl for sure.
Did you see the guy in the Super Bowl who like flew up into the air? Yes, dude. What happened to that guy? What happened to him?
Okay, did you see the girl that like lied on her resume that like said she could roller skate and couldn't roller skate, and like got a black eye because she like fell off the fucking stage and like ate shit and like hit her face on someone or something? Like, she lied on her resume. It was just like, yeah, just say you can do it. Like, just whatever like is on the resume, just like say you can do.
Bro, that's gonna make me think twice when I lie about stuff on my resume.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I can ride a horse.
Apparently, they all got paid like 20,000. So whatever, you know.
20,000 a roller skate,
dude. Yeah, to almost die.
I wonder how that breaks down. How many months were they practicing? Here's the thing, man. Here's the thing.
The girl said she was like in the parking lot of her hotel like the night before. It seemed pretty last minute.
If they're practicing, you know, this actually reminds me of. This reminds me of the Frank Ocean thing where they were gonna like ice skate at Coachella.
Oh, I heard about that. What was that?
And then last minute he like canceled it, melted the ice rink or something. Put them all in these like Parada suits and made them march around.
Nowadays, these artists, man.
These artists.
Yo,
that's Sheldon, the problem with these kids.
When are we doing a song, man? You got.
You know something. What? I would love to. I think I got to get out to Toronto. Well, I think I want to come out to Toronto.
Either way,
we could. We could do
excuses.
That's true. No excuses. I would love to do a track,
but
I want to come out to Toronto.
Yeah. Are you? What's your Montreal? You're coming next week? No possibility. I'm coming to Montreal. Dipping down. It's just a mega bus.
I'm gonna be like solid booked for my time, but I'll be back. I'll be back in the area for sure. Yeah, and I would love to come out to Toronto. You know what's funny actually is when this episode comes out, all that will have already happened. When this comes out, message to my future self.
Couple weeks or something. When's this coming out?
Well, this is podcast 62. And right now I'm on podcast 57. So it's like a month, man. It's like a month.
Nice. Yeah, perfect.
A month or so. So all that will have already happened. Who knows? Maybe when this comes out, we'll have already made a track.
Yeah. Yeah.
Check it out.
You're going to be a rapper and like you're going to be doing the Super Bowl next year.
I like this plan. I do like this plan. I'll be wearing my Trader Joe's hoodie.
Skating.
I'll be wearing my Trader Joe's hoodie.
What is it? Trader Joe's?
Trader Joe's.
Dude, you will never falter. That is your lifeblood.
It's been altered a little bit.
What'd you do? Oh, what's that? It's hard to see. You're so pixelated from like.
It says, dude, look at this vibe. I'm like an alien vibe right now. It says LHA, and then it says death to fascism, liberty to the people.
Yo, we need more liberty with the hoodies.
Yeah, especially liberty. At Trader Joe's. That's what we're trying to accomplish here.
Dude, where's Nick?
Should I text him?
Yeah.
Should he make a cameo on this podcast? He could. Why not? This is an experiment.
Yeah,
FaceTime him.
Yeah.
FaceTime him. All right.
So out of pocket.
I'm gonna tell him Justin wants you to FaceTime me.
Dude, imagine. Nikki 9 Doors. Nikki Cozy Living.
Right now. Yeah. Dude, I would love to collab on something, man. You remember we did a collab. We were working on that song back in the day, the To Dance. Do 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 do.
Did that not come
I
out?
can't get out of my mind.
Did that never come out?
We never put it out. Well, remember, would you still have that track?
Oh, it's gonna be a nightmare looking for it, but it's somewhere maybe.
If you have that track, man, here's the thing: the drums at the very, very, very end got like off sync.
Oh, but I can fix all that shit now. I'm a super producer now.
Okay, well, dude, let's put that song out. I'll put it out. We'll put it out. I'm so down.
Oh,
it's a great song. It's a great song.
All right. Yeah, that is such a fire song. I forgot about that. That song makes me sad. It's so emo. It's so emo.
Yeah, well, that was kind of a lot of the stuff that I was writing back then.
Yeah.
What are you listening to these days, man?
Dude, I'm listening to I like a little bit of country pop. That's like Morgan Wallen.
I've heard about this guy.
Like last night we let the liquor talk.
Yeah.
It's on the sound of bonus and it's time we ain't good enough.
Yeah.
Like just heartbreak. Like there's one song that I heard today on like TikTok that was just like I don't know. She's like a shot of whiskey burn when she go down. Like it's just like, oh, dude, country, you know?
Oh man, country. I like the fact that country is kind of converging with like hip hop. They're
it's got 808s and shit,
dude. They're getting married. Country and hip hop got married a few years ago, and it's amazing. It's the best thing that's ever happened.
It's an abusive relationship, and I'm the next door neighbor, motherfucker.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, country and hip hop.
I'm calling the cops.
Did it start though with Lil Nas X, or did it start with somebody else? Like when did country really start merging with hip hop?
I mean, I
feel like Lil Nas X was like what put it on the map.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
But then again, Yellow Wolf. I feel like Yellow Wolf had been doing that for a while.
You can't.
No.
It's a different type. To be like that's like a white guy in Ohio playing too much Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh man,
dude,
what's he doing these days? Yellow Wolf. There's a song that he's on with Danny Brown.
Trying to be Travis Barker visually.
Travis Barker is an incredible drummer. I got to see him. I got to see him a few times last year, and it was.
I'm going to see him this year.
Same, yeah.
I'm going to see him with Blink-182, Bring Me the Horizon, Pierce the Veil,
dude. That's an insane lineup.
And Sum 40. I'm also seeing separate concerts. Sum 41.
Dude, that's unreal.
See crazy concerts because I'm in Toronto. I've seen Alexis on Fire like 5 or 6 times.
Dude, I'm jealous of that. I would love to see Alexis on Fire
last year. Queens of Stone Age was insane.
That'd be really, really cool.
Yeah, I saw John Mayer.
I still haven't seen him. That'd be awesome.
He's you gotta go. Yeah.
Oh, am I gonna text from Nick? Let's see. I think it's gonna happen. Oh, no,
he's busy.
Nah,
does he have a girlfriend or no?
Oh, he's calling. It's perfect timing.
Nice.
All right, Nick, you are live. Oh man, that glare. He looks like Jesus. I don't know how we're gonna do this.
Put him up to the mic. Turn the phone all the way up.
There.
Put him up to the mic. Yo. Put him up to the mic so we can hear him on the podcast.
He's got a mic.
Okay.
Oh, but he doesn't have headphones. He doesn't have headphones. How are we gonna do this?
You just like do this. Do this.
Bring me on Riverside.
Oh, dude, do you want to join?
Can you?
He can join. He can join. It has to be quiet. Is it quiet where you are? This podcast is starting to get unhinged.
If you're
okay,
just
Nick,
tuning in, this is where we go off the road. So just
this is where it gets interesting.
Turn it up.
All right, Nick, I just sent you the link. Okay, so just pop in whenever you're ready. Okay.
All right, beer number 4. Here we go,
dude.
I'll be right back.
This is crazy. This is actually crazy.
Yo,
dude, welcome to the podcast, bro.
Good to be here.
This is so weird. Dude, I don't even know. I don't even know what's gonna happen with this episode. But
dude,
we're happy to have you.
Nova K.
Nick, you're in a studio though. Why don't you plug in with your microphone?
Yo,
I could have. But
dude, you should. You should go out.
This is the best podcast you've ever done, dude.
Oh, dude, we're just getting started. Nick, you should come in with your real mic though.
Oh, snap.
Blood. Blood.
5-0. This is actually Yo, Nick, do you ever drink like light beers?
No.
You don't drink ever?
No, I drink. Just not light beer.
Oh,
Nick,
you drink like heavy beer all the time? Every time? Like IPAs?
I don't drink beer.
Oh, what do you drink?
I drink wine.
Nick.
That's awesome.
Nick,
I love that. That's sick.
You have the webcam that I gave you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Go to your computer, plug in.
Nick's famous. He doesn't have computers. Come on.
No, Nick has got a nice computer.
We're on tour with Jane Vincent.
with Jane's addiction.
It's messy right now.
All right. But you're gonna have to call us back.
All right.
All right. Call us back when you got a good mic. Okay. All right. This is gonna be
loser.
Epic. You know, could this could turn into something else. Like, this could be like a regular
do this every couple of weeks. Yeah.
A regular occurrence where the three of us we get on our mics and we just talk shit. Late night.
Nice ass mics with compressors. I'm going through it. Hey man, I'm going through a manly mic pre. I'm going through a CL1B Tube Tech compressor. I know I don't have the best mic technique, but I can be right up on it.
Okay, I actually want to know. How did you get your auto tune on that? Because
my auto tune, yeah.
Do you have Logic open right now?
But I can't tell you what I would have told you earlier.
This sounds great.
Nick was lying about not having a better microphone.
Do you have Logic open right now? Like, what's going on?
Nah, dude, I'm just a guy. Cheers.
I'm just a guy. I'm just a manly Mike. I'm just a
manly Michael.
Some
people call me Manly Mike.
My name is Manly Mike Neumann. It came from Mick Neumann before we immigrated from Ireland, and now it's Mike Neumann.
Yeah, no, honestly, I can just do like straight up like songs on here. I bet if I can like turn these on to
well, is your
because I know some of the keys to my songs. It's going through UAD console, but it's like I fell face down on the floor, death knocking at my front door. The only one I adore. I think I've been here before. My skull split too many times. This hopelessness redefined. I turn my back on my mind. They didn't find me in time. I think I'm
dead on arrival.
Yeah, buddy. There you go.
That sounded sick. That actually
Nothing
sounded
wrong,
really
yeah.
tight. That was tight, man.
I live in autotune, bro. That's like the space I live in. Where
Well,
is this?
that's a beautiful.
Nick Cage?
That's a beautiful place to
Where's
live.
the beekeeper?
You know, the beekeeper. I still have not seen that movie. It was all for honey, you bitches. Isn't that his line?
I'm not sure. Is that Jason Statham? I'm thinking of the
No,
Nick Cage
dude, that's
one where
Nick
he gets
Cage.
strapped. Oh,
That is Nick Cage in the Bee movie. It was all for honey.
no, that's Jerry Seinfeld. If you're actually talking about the literal Bee movie,
oh well, the Bee movie. I'm talking
watch
about
your
the.
fucking tone, there, boy.
I'm talking about the villainous
Speak
Bee
on
movie.
Jerry Seinfeld's name. He's the king of comedy. He's a '90s prince.
Dude, speaking of Seinfeld, have you watched Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Okay,
I'm so late to the game.
You're getting me hot because Teresa doesn't want to watch Curb, and I'm like, hey, it's the final season. I have a free trial of Crave TV, which is like Bell. You know
Crave
Bell, the
TV,
company?
baby. Canada.
So, that's like, shouts out one time,
Dude.
not 2 times. It's 1 time and it's gone.
Letterkenny's
Yeah,
on
free
Crave,
trial.
right? You don't watch Letterkenny. Oh my god.
It's
Trust me.
like a. I find it funny for a little bit, and then I get it. I'm just, it's just Canadian. It's what I grew up with in high school, so it's just kind of like it's reliving past traumas. I understand the humor's like top tier. It is, but my high school was top tier, and I don't love thinking about high school life. Like they're like, yeah, bud, so you just gotta like go over the fucking okay, bud. And it's like, okay, like, I've seen this show too many times in my life.
Oh man.
I've seen every episode pretty much. I lived it. But it is
Wow.
fire. It is fire,
So
and I
funny.
will sit down with somebody and watch Letterkenny happily without groaning. I love
Beautiful.
that show.
Beautiful.
Where's Nick?
I'm texting him right now. He's saying that he's gonna use his laptop. He said his Chrome is too old.
Is
He's got old Chrome.
Nick lives in 2007.
He does.
And that's just
He does.
that's what we're getting. So
Dude, what was going on in 2007?
in the night I hear him talk, told a story ever told. Somewhere far along this road, lost soul.
Okay.
Some moments.
Best moments of 2007. The iPhone came out. Britney Spears shaved her head. The Sopranos ended. Mad Men premiered.
When
That's crazy.
did Kanye release?
Oh, here he is.
Heartless?
Hey, Nick, where you at, bro?
2008. Hey, Sheldon, 2008. Wow. I got it by a
That was
year.
pretty close. That was very close. Where is this kid?
Oh, he's trying again.
Try again.
Shout out Riverside.
Try
Best
again.
$20 I didn't spend.
on what? That album?
Riverside.
Oh, Riverside. You know, it's a
Best-
weird. Okay,
Writing
This
a
is like-
review. Best
this is like an
$20
anti-
I didn't.
it's like an anti-ad for Riverside. We'll see how this. It's supposed. Okay, here's the cool thing. It does transcribe this entire
That's fine.
conversation,
TikTok can do that.
which has had some very beautiful moments and also some very very silly moments. Oh, here he is.
Spicy.
Here he is. Yo, Nick, where's your video? What's going on?
The camera's not working. I don't know.
Is your microphone plugged in?
I'm back on my laptop.
Okay. Go to
This
your
is fine.
settings.
This is fine. I don't.
Yeah, we don't need to see you.
You can mess around with it if you feel like
Yeah.
it, but like, I mean,
Yeah, I don't know what
I've
happened.
already
It was
seen you a couple times. Your hair
Yeah,
looks
we
great.
got-
you could come on with your phone, I guess, if you really want to.
Yeah, well, either way, like whatever.
Either way.
quick.
I don't know what's going on. So weird. It was working before.
It was working.
Is it super easy to just go on your phone? I'm not a proponent of, just,
My it's charging. Sorry.
nope. All right, this is what we get. All right, folks, you're not paying for it, so we're not doing any more than we're asked of.
Oh,
You're
man.
live
You know,
with
Nick, there is a
Sheldon
little
Podcast.
button. There's a little button that says camera. It should be in your viewer right now. Yeah, when you press that button, what does it say? There you go.
Oh, true. Very
And
cool.
he's down again.
I mean, we're just audio guys, and we're just
Couple of
we're in
audio
the
bros.
we're just in the computer lab trying to troubleshoot.
That's right, bro. Always troubleshooting.
Man, did you like the album though? My new album?
I did.
Straight up.
I did. I think
Yeah.
that it took me a second pass to kind of like sink into it. And on the second, I liked it the second time I listened to it more than the first time. Like there was something about. I think I needed to like adjust. I just needed to like get into
for
it.
Sure.
And
yeah.
And I'm excited to keep listening, man.
Give it some listens. Really like sink your teeth in.
Well, it's also it's just very cohesive. It's very cohesive sonically,
Yep.
which I really like.
Floaty, very ethereal. You feel like you're in the clouds, or like skiing, or like just skateboarding, or like driving fast.
Yo.
Hey, there we go.
So attractive. What the?
There we go. What's going on, baby?
Oh damn! He did the thing. Nice. I'm making him bigger than you and me, Sheldon. I'm making Nick full size.
Coming
Nick on the couch. Nick coming live.
Coming to us live from downtown Los Angeles.
TTLA, baby.
Nick, do you have any questions that you want to ask Justin about his new record, Onward and Upward?
Did you hear it, bro? Did you hear my album?
Dude, I listened to the whole thing in the
posted from the airport.
In the airport.
Oh, nice. I want people to listen to the shit when it's in transit and stuff.
Bro, your album slaps, man. What is it? Rack It Up?
Racks. Riggedy racks.
Oh, I
Racks.
was combining Pull Up and Run It Up.
That's
what it is.
It's Racks. It's Racks. Did you guys hear that? It's Racks with 3 X's.
Yeah.
This is the long-awaited.
No parents allowed, dude.
No parents allowed. Well, actually, our dad is going to.
Well, what's funny is we were talking to our pops.
Your dad's
and he
cool
was
though.
like,
Your dad passes the chill
he
test.
just got cooler. We were like, Dad, you don't have to.
Inch, but he's in the cool. Yeah.
He insisted.
No, he actually insisted. He was like, "Oh, check it out." Yeah, I'm like, "Oh, Dad, I don't think you'll like it that much." He's like, "No, like I want to listen to it." Like, okay.
He insisted.
You guys sent your dad my album.
Yes,
Are
he wanted to listen to it, man. He really did.
That's the sound bite right there.
I'm horrified, dude.
I think he wanted to listen to it more than he's wanted to listen to my last record. So I mean, props to you, man.
That's the crazy.
Dude, that's probably true.
Is like because I didn't make anything for so long, everyone's listening to it, and I'm nervous, and I'm like,
no, that's good.
Dude.
Yeah,
that's
you
awesome.
created
also,
you created scarcity.
I like knew the project that I made will sit well with people that are listening. Like it's meant for everyone to hear it. Like this is a good album. Like it's made to the bleeding core best of my ability. And it's not perfect, but it's 95% perfect. And it will get you through tough times. It's going to be an album that lives for years. And this is one for the books for sure.
Well, it better live longer than Party Rap.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta pay for that. You got that's Patreon only, dude. That's on the Patreon, dude.
Yeah, day one's only.
Yeah, congrats, man. I mean, I'm proud of you for pushing through it after all these years, man. And I hear when I listened to it, I heard the hardship and the labor in it. And
I think a lot of people do. Like someone else said something similar, and they were like, "Man, ouch. And I was like, thanks, man, because fuck, I don't know. Yeah. If
I hope
could put
this
all
is I hope this is the album that puts you on the map, man. I mean,
a map, just a map, whatever.
yeah.
Not the map, just something.
Well, and that being said, I mean,
I appreciate that.
the last 3 albums have been the ones that should have put you on the map, you know. So
we didn't even talk about
Thanks,
Floor
bro.
Plan, man. And Floor Plan
Yeah.
was such an epic record.
yeah.
I loved Floor Plan. I really love Floor Plan.
That one's spooky. Floor Plan is spooky if you go to it. It's like playing Mario 64 and going to the 3rd Bowser, and you're just like, I'm gonna pee my pants. This is scary.
Oh man, dude. Beautiful.
Yeah,
Craigslist King, man. Craigslist King.
I'm the craziest
Boardwalk.
king, yo. I've been making bands
All
for the
for
summer and
one.
spring. If you want to plug in, just hit me. Yo,
Buckets.
second money to the dollar, ceiling bugs. Yeah,
Dude.
money to the ceiling.
That was actually
I was landscaping. I wrote that song about landscaping. I was a landscaper, mowing lawns
in Ontario, in Toronto.
British Columbia. I was living in Coquitlam and doing landscaping around the Lower Mainland.
No way.
Yeah, way Delta, Surrey.
Damn. That's tough.
Tri-City, like spots, like Mission, just going to like a property and just like mowing grass. And I was like, bunch of tarps smell like crappy farts, like tarps of grass, because when you like mow the grass, you actually like empty out the bag onto a tarp, and then just like, yeah, I just hated that job. So it was like, and then I was also at the same time I was flipping like used stuff on Facebook Marketplace and actually Craigslist and actually
hustling.
Craigslist. I was like, I'm just the craziest king. I'm just trapped. I'm LLP. I'm low level pimping. I'm trapping on the low. I'm just like doing like minor average guy shit, just making barely any money and doing the most.
Wow.
Anyways,
dude, do you think you would ever move back? He does. He looks very concerned. This is your dad right here. He's like,
Nick writes records. Nick's on tour. We can't actually call this guy. He's too famous. He's signing autographs. This guy's in the green room. You can't talk to him. He's in the green room. Nick's just mentally, he's here. Like physically, he's here, but mentally, he's in the green room.
Hey Nick, is that going to be the name of your next record?
Our last green room that we were in smelled
so fire, dude. I'm so fucking proud of you, bro. I'm so excited for you, bro. Like, I want to throw up. I'm so sick of you. I'm so proud of you, dude. I'm so fucking excited for you, bro. Everything you're doing is like 10 out of 10, like looks awesome and just grounded, but so accomplished. You've accomplished so much. And that's
Thanks,
so
dude.
tight.
This isn't my interview, man. Tonight is your night.
It's not an interview, bro. It's just us.
At this point,
us.
this is a round table right here.
Room for $500 a month each and sleep in the same room. This is not like an interview.
Dude, those were the days, man. Those were the days.
Honestly,
it was our name. It was our name on the lease, but it felt like we were. But it felt like we were sharing the room with you because you had the king size mattress.
You had the biggest bed.
It was just a queen. You guys have ass beds, dude.
We had tiny beds, man.
There wasn't a lot of description of what I was walking into. There wasn't a lot. You guys aren't exactly like detailed texters. You were like, hey,
goodness.
so the bed's like 40 inches wide and the corridor comes out. You're just like, hey, man, we'll see you Sunday.
Dude, I'll never forget this, bro. When it was nighttime, you moved in at nighttime. I think we maybe suggested
so no
that.
one could see, dude.
Yeah, we probably suggested that because it was supposed to be covert.
Me and my sister.
And you showed up with a trailer, and we were like,
it was small. It was small.
You showed up with a
It was
moving
not
truck.
small. That was
But
not a small trailer.
Hey, I will say though, I'm gonna interrupt you right there. I'm gonna let you finish, but like that wasn't the reason they found out. They didn't know for a while, for sure. They didn't know the first night. I didn't sense that from them.
They
it
didn't
took a
know.
while
Well,
until I started like doing stuff on the microphone, and like we had like a PA system, and you guys would do rehearsals. You crazy guys.
yeah, they. You know what? One day they're gonna look back on this and they're gonna smile.
I don't know, man.
And they're gonna say, "Wow, we had those three musicians living in our house. Now look where they're at.
Look at them now.
Wow, look at
New
them now."
album. On
We were just making some
God
jokes.
bless them. God
We're
bless
just-
those.
We were
We're
just
making
joking.
the
Beautiful
Detroit
people.
EP, dude. We were
Oh,
making the
yeah.
Detroit EP. I was
That had
working
just
on
come
some
out.
party rap songs.
Oh, actually,
that was-
dude,
that was
Mila
an
and I,
important time, bro. We made
Mila
the
and I
Detroit EP.
finished
I
off.
recorded and mastered your Detroit EP and all that, or whatever.
you mastered it. You mastered it.
Mastered it. Did I record it?
No, it was
you on some
recorded-
stuff, but
It was recorded in Taylor, Michigan. But then I think
Yeah.
you mastered it, and then also
Right.
Mila and I
Yeah.
sang
I love doing that too. I
sang
love when
together
it's already
on Live for
recorded
Love.
and I just get to mix it and stuff. That's
Yeah.
the best.
What limiter did you use on that? On the Detroit EP?
Wow.
Do you remember?
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I think it was like some distasteful shit, like the Slate FGX mastering limiter and the Fab filter. I always use like more than one limiter, just like two or more, two or three.
Was
But
this
like
before?
3 if it's hip hop, 2 if it's just like normal stuff. But one of the limiters isn't doing much. But yeah, so I just use the Fab filter as like a ceiling to catch the peaks, anything going digital. And then like just like the other stuff for thickening. And then just like a lot of times I'll use the bus compressor as the gain if I'm not gain stage properly. Cause like, let's be honest, like I didn't do my homework in high school. Like, you know, like I don't gain stage properly most of the time. And I know how. But if I move all the clips, some of them friggin' things can be hitting like plus 22 on the clip gain, and I'm just not cool with that. So I just gain stage it later at the compression on the master bus. So I'll just like hit
How much
the SFL bus comp at like plus 6, plus 9 gain, like, and it brings up noise, and I'm very aware. However, I don't think people hear that at this point in the stage where I'm making like $8 per song, like on streaming. It's okay if there's a little bit of like minorly audible, but you won't hear it. No one talks about like, hey, I heard a little bit of like on your record. Like people just don't. And SSL has like a nice like kind of white noise to it. So that's a hot take, but yeah, no, that's sort of how I do my mastering stuff. And then I will say though, like I always put soft clipping. Like I have a soft clipper on a lot of this, all of this album. Is
that Oxford soft clipper?
No, it's the SIR audio tools. It's called soft clipper.
Yeah.
And you can super sample this up to 256 something times, like 256.
Wow.
So I can super sample like crazy. So everything you're hearing on this album is super sampled. So the Fab Filter Pro L2 is super sampling at 32 times, the most it can do. And then also the Soft Clipper is super sampling at 256, and the Fab Filter Pro Q3 is sampling at a maximum linear phase. So everything on the mastering is doing the most like up sampling it can do, which I just I had to get a new laptop this year, which is also why it took so long, as I went through 2 laptops during this album.
Yeah.
Damn.
And plugins and Sonoma, Ventura, like OS, like Monterey, Big Sur, like Catalina. Dude, I went through so many freaking operating systems and reinstalling every damn plugin. Like that's why this album sounds the way it does, is because it was hell. Straight up in some ways. And it was amazing, and it was bliss, and it was just me becoming happy with life and stuff, and just learning to be so grateful. And it was all those things kind of just happening at once. And that's my mastering bus. If I'm talking to you, you get that and stuff.
Oh,
and
yeah.
same with Sheldon. Like
I don't know. That's
you do.
Some of this is Greek to me.
Yeah, Spanish. Yeah, and you know what I'm saying though. Like all that stuff. Like Nick's a plugin guy for show, and then man,
I have one plugin.
Although I
bought my first plugin the other day.
I freaking love Sheldon's last project in was that May 2023?
I think it was May.
Yeah, fire, so good.
Thank you, man.
I love it. You're such a cold songwriter, dude, and freaking. Man, Nick is just such a multi-instrumentalist, just talented alien of a studio genius. I love it. I love with the distressor of all hardware, hitting us with the distressor, not some vintage thing. It's just a very new distressor out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Anyways.
That distressor has yet to be used well. It's my preamp broke.
Vocals for sure.
Vocals, I think
would be nice.
Bass vocals.
Yo, so what's going on with your music, Nicky Nine Doors? What's going on with Pennsylvania?
Yeah, Nick, I think you got a couple announcements, some things.
Let's tell me about you.
Yeah. Well, I'm sitting on a whole album, and I'm trying to release two new ones this month or next month, depending on multiple factors, artwork and mastering costs and scheduling it, like release dates and all that. And then after those two, maybe one more, and then I might sit on it for a little bit and then put out the whole thing. But I've just been kind of learning I've been learning the whole process of Spotify algorithms and all that, and
I hate that shit, dude. I hate all that.
Trying to hold on to
boo Spotify. No,
yeah, well,
it's just the people that tell you it are just so like used car salesmen, and they're just like, hey, check out this Spotify algorithm. And you're like, right, cool music, man. I'm cool. You're a dweeb. Like, what are we doing here? Like, I'm a soul songwriter. Like, you're just making me try to sell a cheap car, and like my stuff has no price. You know what I mean? Like, I hate that stuff. It kind of makes me feel like shit. I hate the algorithm.
Yeah,
algorithm this, algorithm that. It's like
pretty.
What happened to Pennsylvania?
I know, it's funny. I mean, the music that I write is not really catered for that culture.
No. Good music.
Well, that being said, I'm trying to do the best I can with that.
Right.
But anybody I encounter that hears me play or listens to my music, I can send them the whole album. It's on SoundCloud. It's on my website. The thing is done. The only thing is that with Spotify, I'm just putting it out one at a time, and paying a really good mastering engineer to take it to the next.
Who's mastering your stuff? Was he the same guy that was doing Pennsylvania in the last single you did? What was the name of the last single? Sorry, I have a bad Foothills. Yeah, I just heard it a couple times. I heard it twice. I just been
the mastering engineer is a guy named Greg. He does Sterling Sound is his company.
Oh, dude, don't they have a spot in New York?
Yeah.
No, Joe
New
Laporta
Jersey
works for. Is it Joe Laporta under Sterling Sound in the East Coast? Joe Laporta, because he's my favorite engineer. I swear that's Manhattan though.
Vinyl mastering.
Joe Laporta, Sterling.
Let me look.
Joe L.
Yeah, there's a Joe Laporta. Yeah.
Sterling Sound.
Yeah.
Yep, that's my favorite engineer.
Yeah.
He
Wow.
did all, dude. He did all like Young Thug, and like he does like I don't even know, like Juice World and like awesome.
Dude, he
stuff.
did Green Day.
Yeah.
Or
I
well,
don't
they did Green
actually.
Day.
He's done like everything.
I think it might be Calby and Falone that master my stuff, but
Nice.
yeah, I
Sounded
just send it.
so good, man.
Well, yeah, thanks, dude.
Yeah. So fired.
The one thing I love is actually the
Mm,
sound of Sterling Sound. Like
creamy.
like every time I get a master back, it just feels like
It's creamy. It's
so much
creamy.
better. Yeah,
Yeah. It's
like the
so
right
smooth and silky.
balance of
Right.
compression and limiting. Like it's one of those things where it's like it feels like a mystery. You know?
It's worth doing. I just broke, man. I would love to pay somebody, but
How much does it cost to master a
makes
song with
sense.
them?
It can cost up to $2,000 for somebody.
I don't know.
It can
It
get
depends on
crazy.
the project. I paid
it can be
$300.
500. Yeah.
300 per song?
That's chill. That's good.
Yeah,
it's-
but I don't know if it's different for every person or.
Mhm.
It always is. It always is with mixing. I have to charge clients and stuff, but
Yeah,
mastering is the same for me. But once mastering is like the only thing that you do, you start to go song by song because you tend to put so much work into it.
Are you
you're
doing a lot of
engineer.
mastering and recording and mixing for other artists?
Oh yeah, dude.
Nice.
Yeah. That's
Nice.
like my 50% of my income. Yeah.
Right on,
Yeah.
man.
I just kind of forget to talk about it. But yeah, I like do marketing and stuff for like all my like recording stuff. Like a whole page for Nova Records, all that. That's still going strong. I
Oh,
just
really?
Posted a couple days ago. Yeah.
Dude,
And I just
amazing.
got some sessions booked off some. When I post on social media, like people just hit me up and just do some like local advertising stuff and
Nova
just work
Records.
with like new rappers. Some that are just kind of like a one and done or like a couple songs, and then others I've been working with for years. So it helps keep the lights on pretty much, and
Dude, that's awesome, man.
keep my skills sharp with like my songwriting stuff.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. I'm gonna have to check out some of these artists that you've worked with.
Oh, dude, there's some cool people I've like really made songs for. Yeah, definitely. Ella Clarence is. Oh man, I could go on. Yeah, there's a lot of people. I'm working with this like Mexican artist that's doing like sort of like calypso style music, which is sort of like Afrobeat or like Afro pop kind of stuff. And he's Spanish speaking and his music's fire. And he's a chill dude from like North York. And he is named DeSanta. And I have a session next week with Ella Clarence on Monday. We're recording and just starting on like a new song. And some people are like album mixtape people. Some people are like singles, like prefer doing that type of stuff. And so there's always like somebody I'm working with. There's slower times than others. Like sometimes I'm just chilling, and then other times I'm like 3 days a week with somebody.
Wow.
At the most. And then other than that, it's just like, kind of a balance between the two. And then then I'm selling beats here and there. Some people like randomly hit me up for beats. So
that's
instrumentals,
sick.
like stems. And then some people hit me up for just mastering, which is like the most rare, I would say, is just mastering. But I take the mastering super seriously. Like I talk about like super sampling, like phase issues, like low balance coordination, like checking out multiple playback systems. Like I have a subwoofer beneath me, like a huge high powered 500 watt subwoofer. I have Adams A7Xs. I have an Aventone mix cube. Like I'm serious about mastering. I have like a acoustic cloud, like full treatment, and it's like it's a vibe in here for sure. And I love mastering. I love like mixing and mastering and stuff. It's just nice.
Yeah.
It's real nice.
Dude.
Yeah. Feels good. Feels good to be it's kind of like, hey, you didn't have to include me, but I love being here, and I'm just going to make it that much nicer and just real nice on the ears and just putting the fuzz on it, so to speak. So
beautiful
love that stuff.
Well, dude, we're just about at the 2 hour mark.
2 hours.
So we
gotta go.
can wrap up the podcast, but then we can still keep
let's
we can
chat.
just keep shooting the shit
Definitely.
together. So Justin, dude, it's been such an honor having you on the show.
So sorry
man.
for keeping
This
these people
is,
2 hours. That's offensive.
This is a wild ride. We'll see what happens.
They're so
in
upset.
the
Somebody's
editing process.
just mad doing the
this.
dishes and just throwing them in the drawers. Anyways,
But everybody go listen to Onward and Upward. It's a solid
Thank you.
record. Listen to Soft Boy as well. Listen to
Nick's
Pop
stuff,
In.
Listen to
Listen
Sheldon
to
Cole's
Floor
last
Plan.
album.
All
Don't
these,
listen to
all
my
this
stuff.
music.
Listen to the
All
Nova
this
Records
music.
Collective. Is
If you're in, check out Nova Records. If you're looking
in
for
Toronto,
beats, mastering.
hit me up. Come to a show. Follow me on Instagram. BOISSINOVA.
Right on. I love it, man. Well, dude, thank you so much. I love you, brother. And thanks for being on the podcast, dude.
Yeah, dude. Thanks so much for having me. We'll hop on a quick call after this if Nick's phone doesn't die.
Yeah. We'll just leave it going.
Okay,
So,
cool.
All right.
All right, peace. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Spring Street Podcast. If you'd like to support the show, sign up for the Patreon to receive exclusive behind-the-scenes content and check out the sponsor links in the description.